Get ready for the movie that almost never existed, because the first trailer for Coyote vs. ACME is finally here, and it looks absolutely incredible. After years of being blown up and flattened in his relentless pursuit of the Road Runner, Wile E. Coyote is officially fighting back against the corporate giant behind all his failed traps. This high-energy live-action and animated hybrid finally takes the iconic Looney Tunes legend to the courtroom for a battle that feels both hilarious and long overdue.
Never run out of battery again with the INIU portable charger, the slimmest 10,000 milliamp hour power bank that keeps your devices charged on the go. Stay powered up wherever you go. Click the link in the video description to shop now on Amazon.
You have to see the incredible cast lined up for this massive legal showdown, including the tenacious billboard lawyer Kevin Avery, played by Will Forte, who is representing the Coyote. They are going head-to-head against the ruthless and intimidating corporate attorney Buddy Crane, played by none other than John Cena, who is defending the infamous ACME Corporation. The chemistry between these characters promises to be the highlight of the summer blockbuster season as the courtroom chaos begins to unfold. It is a wild story of survival both on and off the screen as Warner Bros. Discovery originally shelved the entire film for a tax write-off before Ketchup Entertainment stepped in to save the project. Despite the studio drama, the film is packed with fan-favorite cameos including Bugs Bunny, Daffy Duck, and Tweety, who are all returning to the big screen. The meta-humor surrounding the film's own troubled production adds a layer of depth that makes the upcoming release feel like a true victory for cinema. Mark your calendars right now because Coyote vs. ACME is officially hitting theaters nationwide on August 28. This is the cartoon court case you cannot afford to miss, so make sure you are ready to catch every explosion and legal loophole when it finally debuts. If you want to stay updated on all the latest movie news and big screen trailers, smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, and hit the bell icon so you never miss an update. Ever wonder what happens when the victim of 1,000 cartoon catastrophes finally decides to call a lawyer? Well, Wile E. Coyote is done being the punchline. After decades of getting flattened, blown up, and mangled by every piece of faulty hardware ACME Inc. ever invented, the legendary genius is trading the desert cliffs for a courtroom. And honestly, it is about time. We have finally got a look at Coyote vs. ACME, and it is looking like the live-action hybrid we did not know we needed. The premise is simple but brilliant. Wile E teams up with a down-on-his-luck lawyer, played by Will Forte, to sue the massive conglomerate responsible for his never-ending string of failed schemes. And standing in his way, a slick corporate villain portrayed by none other than John Cena. But here is the real kicker. This movie almost never saw the light of day. Warner Bros. Discovery famously tried to bury it as a tax write-off, essentially choosing a ledger entry over a finished piece of art. It's the kind of move that feels straight out of an ACME playbook, ironically enough. After a massive public outcry and a long, messy journey through development hell, Ketchup Entertainment finally saved the film from the corporate scrap heap. Seeing the trailer, packed with classic Looney Tunes cameos and a triumphant return for Bugs Bunny, it is genuinely baffling that anyone considered shelving this. It feels like a love letter to the chaos of the golden age of animation, but with a modern, satirical edge that bites back. Directed by Dave Green, the film is officially hitting theaters on August 28th. It is a rare win for the creative team, and a reminder that some stories are just too loud, too funny, and too resilient to be deleted by a spreadsheet. Will you be heading to the theater to watch the Coyote finally get his day in court? Let me know your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button for more updates on the movies they don't want you to see. Sometimes, the most entertaining fight isn't the one on screen, it's the one happening behind the scenes. Ever wonder what happens when the legal system finally catches up to the most accident-prone genius in cartoon history? Well, Wile E. Coyote is officially done with faulty products, and the first trailer for Coyote vs. ACME is finally here to set the record straight. It's the movie Warner Bros. Famously tried to bury, shelving it back in 2023 like it was some kind of catastrophic mistake. But in a twist worthy of a classic cartoon, Ketchup Entertainment swooped in to save the day. And let me tell you, after seeing this footage, you'll be scratching your head wondering how anyone ever thought this shouldn't see the light of day. Directed by Dave Green, the premise is pure comedic gold. Wile E. Coyote finally decides enough is enough and hires a human lawyer, played by the hilarious Will Forte, to sue the ACME Corporation for years of defective gadgets. And who's standing on the other side of the courtroom? None other than John Cena. Watching these two go toe-to-toe is exactly the kind of zany, high-energy chaos we didn't know we needed. Honestly, watching the trailer, it feels like an absolute home run. You've got the slapstick legacy, a genius meta-narrative that hilariously mirrors the film's own real-world struggles, and a cast that knows exactly how to play into the absurdity. Even if the movie ends up being a wild ride, the marketing alone deserves a standing ovation for leaning into the too-big-to-fail drama. It's sharp, it's funny, and it proves that sometimes, the best stories are the ones that have to fight the hardest to be told. Coyote vs. ACME hits theaters on August 28, and I'll be first in line to see how this trial plays out. Are you excited to see Wile E. Coyote finally get his day in court, or do you think this should have stayed in the vault? Let me know in the comments below, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button for more movie news you can't miss. Sometimes, the products don't work, but it looks like this movie definitely does. Have you ever wondered what happens when the most unlucky genius in cartoon history finally snaps? After decades of being flattened, dropped, and blown up by faulty gadgets, Wile E. Coyote is officially done playing nice. Welcome to the trailer for Coyote vs. ACME, the movie that literally defied the odds to exist. We have all heard the chaotic backstory here. Warner Bros. Originally shelved this film as a tax write-off, seemingly burying it forever. But thanks to a massive, vocal public outcry, Ketchup Entertainment stepped in to save the day, and now we are finally getting this meta-comedy hybrid on the big screen this August. And honestly, it looks like a total blast. The premise is pure gold. Wile E. Coyote, tired of ACME Corporation's shoddy quality control, hires a down-on-his-luck human billboard lawyer named Kevin Avery, played by the hilarious Will Forte. It is a classic David versus Goliath story, if David were a hungry coyote and Goliath was a megacorporation selling dangerous anvils. But the stakes get personal when Kevin finds himself squaring off against his own former boss, played by a very intimidating John Cena. Directed by Dave Green, who has plenty of experience with high-energy spectacles like TMNT. Out of the shadows, this movie feels like a love letter to the Looney Tunes legacy. We are talking cameos from Bugs, Daffy, and the whole crew, all blended with this grounded, live-action courtroom drama. It is weird, it is meta, and it is exactly the kind of creative swing we need right now. So, are you planning to head to the theater to see the Coyote finally get his day in court? Drop a comment below, and let me know if you think this live-action crossover is going to be the comedy of the summer. Don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe for more updates on all the movies you cannot afford to miss. Sometimes, the best stories are the ones that refuse to stay canceled. Have you ever wondered what happens when the ultimate cartoon underdog finally decides to sue his supplier? Forget the anvils and the rocket skates, because Wile E. Coyote is taking his grievances to the courtroom, and you won't believe who is representing the opposition. John Cena just dropped the bombshell that Coyote vs. ACME is officially hitting the big screen on August 28th. Now, if this sounds familiar, it's because this hybrid live-action and animated feature was at the center of a massive industry firestorm back in 2023. Originally buried by Warner Bros. Discovery as a cost-cutting tax write-off, the film became a symbol of everything artists in Hollywood fear about corporate boardroom decisions. But thanks to the sheer demand for this project, it's finally being unleashed. The plot is delightfully meta. Wile E. Coyote hires a lawyer, played by Will Forte, to take down the ACME Corporation for their hilariously defective products. On the other side of the aisle, we have John Cena starring as a ruthless corporate attorney, and let's be honest, seeing Cena in a high-stakes legal battle with a cartoon predator is exactly the kind of chaos we need this year. It's a fascinating look at the intersection of classic animation and modern cinematic storytelling, filmed against the stunning backdrop of New Mexico. This announcement comes fresh off the heels of Cena's recent appearance at WrestleMania 42, proving that whether he is in the ring or on the silver screen, he still knows how to command an audience. I want to hear from you. Are you excited to finally see this movie, or do you think the delay has killed the hype? Drop a comment below, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button for more updates on your favorite films. Sometimes, even when the corporate powers try to pull the plug, the cream really does rise to the top.